Welcome to the Bottom Line. I'm Pastor Rick Utze from Maranatha Community Fellowship in Plain City, Ohio. This morning I was reading an article that stated that the F-35A fighter jet is now combat ready. And this fighter jet has been having problems being over budget. It's been delayed. There's been all kinds of talk about it. But they declared that it is now ready for combat. And while it's not perfect, it is still the most powerful and sophisticated fighter jet in the world. And General Hawk Carlisle, the commander of the Air Combat Command, said this. He said, the aircraft had met all criteria for reaching initial operational capability. Airmen have been trained, manned, and equipped to conduct basic close air support, and on and on and on about how it's ready for battle. And this brings me really to probably one of our final points in this series of video blogs that have been talking about spiritual forces and the armor of God. And even though we have the armor of God, there's something that's very critical in order for that armor to be effective. I can have access to all the weapons that we have in our armed forces today. I can have access to the battleships, to tanks, to automatic weapons, to bombs, to F-35A fighter jets. And how much good do you think that would do? Do you think I could win a battle? Because I'm telling you, even the weakest, well-trained force could defeat me. And why is that? It's because I'm not trained, right, on any of this equipment. I wouldn't know what to do. I could sit in the cockpit, but there's no way I could get that fighter jet off the ground. I could have access to all this stuff, and I don't know how to use it. Not only do I not know how to use it, I don't have support of others. It would only be me. And not only that, but I need a commander, right, who knows battle strategy, who knows what it means to fight and win and know what the enemy is like. And so you need all these pieces in place in order to win a battle. And Ephesians 6:17 and 18 says, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. And then in 18 it says, praying at all times in the Spirit with all prayer and supplication. To that end, keep alert with all perseverance, making supplication for all the saints. So he's talking about prayer. He spends more time on prayer. It's in the same sentence as he's talking about, all the armor that you put on. Prayer is important. It's our access to the commander, to the one in charge, and to the one that's all powerful. And it says, pray for all the saints. As we think about what God expects from his church, he expects all the saints to be in battle. Why? Because he expects all saints to be on mission, on his mission, to tell others about Jesus Christ. And if we're doing that, Satan will attack and try and thwart God's mission because he is an enemy of God. And so it takes prayer to access that power. It takes prayer to access and ask for the wisdom of God. It takes prayer to make those pieces of armor that we have effective, because without our trust in God, it does no good at all. There's a saying, and I think it's actually from an old hymn, that says, Satan trembles when he sees the weakest Christian on his knees. So here's the bottom line. Satan and his whole host of evil aren't shaking in their combat boots because of Rick Utze. I don't have the power or the knowledge. I'm just weak. I'm a weak soldier. But I do have a commander that is all-powerful and all-knowing, and he brings justice to all. So Satan and his hosts of evil shake when they see weak soldiers all on their knees in prayer, seeking the power and wisdom of our God. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on The Bottom Line.